Welcome back. It's being called both the biggest and most significant winter storm ever, or event that we've ever seen in the last at least 100 years, and was followed up with the coldest morning in about 100 years. First Alert meteorologist Jake Lambright is with me here at the desk to help break down some of that phenomenon. Thanks again for joining us today. So, simply put, this was nothing short of historic.
That's right. I mean, we don't see this typically a lot here, and then you get a little bit south of our area, like to Opelousas, here in Simla, and then Lafayette, and they saw some absolutely historic totals, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches, and even a little higher than that at some spots.
I mean, going over just over 8 inches is already crazy enough as it is.
It is, and you know, usually we miss out on it because we're too far south, and this time here in Alexandria, we didn't see more because we were too far north, and it's not every day you get to say that.
It's a weird flip. I don't even know how to describe it. So, firstly, I want to show you this drone video that we got from New Orleans. This video was taken earlier today, and you can easily spot something really unusual, and that is ice on the Mississippi River. Again, just a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Yes, I wish I could have been there to see that in person. I love flying drones too, but yesterday we couldn't even see the ice on the river because it was snowing so hard on our camera network. I mean, we had that in the background, but we couldn't see it at all.
I mean, that's just insane to even say. The Mississippi River is frozen. Like, how often do you even say that? Besides, like, going to Minnesota or something like that. Like, over here, you really don't see it.
Right, I would imagine. I mean, if that's what it looked like yesterday, I would love to know what it looked like in 1865.
Right.
or 1895. That's when the most amount of snowfall fell, like in areas like Lafayette, Baton Rouge. So a lot of people yesterday saw their second highest snowfall on record, and that's crazy to think about because that was so much.
Yeah, there's so much going on right there. So I want to move up to river a little bit to Baton Rouge now. So check out this photo. It's given to us by our state police. This was on South Satsuma Road. It's just about south of I-12. You can spot a car that lost traction while driving and in the end landed itself in a ditch on the side of the road. How important is just slowing down, especially for events like this?
Yes, it's very, very important to slow down because obviously if you're not going as fast, you have a little more time to try to correct yourself. But this is also a good reminder where if you don't have to get on the roads, it's not worth getting out at all. I mean, yesterday here, we didn't have even that much snow on the road. And I noticed even as the road impacts went down later in the day yesterday, you know, a lot of businesses were closed as a precaution, which is good. So it's important to heed that forecast, prepare beforehand so that way once the snow starts and the roads get dicey, you know, you get to stay inside.
And it's definitely something, you know, unpredictable, right? You never know how the snow is going to go, how the black ice is going to go, things like that.
Absolutely. And, you know, I honestly expected a little more of an impact here, but I guess I didn't realize I'm so used to us starting with the rain, sleet mix, and that seems to stick a little bit better, where yesterday we had that powdery snow and it ended up melting a lot quicker.
It just felt different. I don't know. It was really, really cool. So our Lake Charles sister station set up the snowboard just outside of their studio to keep tabs on just how much has snowed. Now check that out. It's a time-lapse video of the overnight snow through about 7 a.m. You can quickly see how it accumulated. I mean, just looking at it right there, I mean, that's incredible just as it is.
It really is. I mean, along I-10 yesterday, I would have loved to have driven down there and seen it, but obviously, you know, can't get on the roads.
Right.
But that is very impressive. And, you know, that surface to me looks very similar to yesterday. We were measuring the snowfall here on a tabletop just outside the back door, and it was amazing because that was one of the few surfaces here that we had that snow was able to accumulate on and make a nice, you know, flat top.
Yeah.
You know, the grass is kind of a little uneven when it comes to snowfall accumulations.
Absolutely. And lastly, so take a look at this now. This is a video from our social media post out of Geismar, so close to Baton Rouge. You can now see clearly some heavier snowfall, but you can also spot a blue heron going for a casual stroll alongside a body of water. So definitely something to watch for animals especially.
Yes, I'm shocked that heron was out there. If I was that heron, I would not be in the water.
Not at all.
And you know what amazes me too is I was seeing a lot of videos on social media of people actually jumping in their swimming pools during this.
Yes.
Like I could not imagine.
No, and I saw people like with their shirts off and everything like that. I'm like, y'all can do that over there. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not doing that.
Absolutely. If you catch me out there, I'm going to be in as many layers as possible.
I'm going to look like an onion, so many different layers. So switching gears now, so what's can we expect for the local forecast here in Sentinel?
Well, temperatures are going to be pretty cold overnight tonight, and I know that some still have snow on the ground, and that's going to make a big impact on temperatures. In fact, right now you're looking at our First Alert weather cam in Opelousas, where if you look there towards the top right of your screen, you'll notice where there's more light. You can still see those snowfall accumulations there on the ground. That's one of the areas that saw the most amount of snowfall yesterday, and like I said, that is going to impact those temperatures overnight tonight and keep things a little bit cooler. Here's some of the snowfall totals around the region. In Alexandria, we saw about 2 to 3 inches of snow. Those totals went up as you headed towards Bunkie, Opelousas, and then ultimately up to Eunice, where they saw over 8 inches of snow. Then in Dry Prong and Marksville, we had about 2 inches of snow and 13 inches of snow there in a location on along our southern parishes yesterday. Temperatures right now still pretty chilly out there, upper 20s, even mid 20s starting to filter in, down to 20 degrees right now in Ville Platte, 26 in Opelousas, and 33 in Alexandria. You'll notice this feels like temperatures are cooler than those air temperatures right now. By 10 o'clock tonight, we're in the upper teens. And we'll stay in the upper teens through tomorrow morning. We'll have that cloud cover in place, but some of our southern areas may be a little closer to that 10 to 15 degree mark. The rest of us will be in the upper teens and low 20s once again overnight tonight. And that's one of the main reasons why we have first alert weather days in place through tomorrow morning, mainly because of those temperatures, but also because of the potential road impacts that we could face, especially in areas like Opelousas and Ville Platte as that snow begins to melt. Low temperatures here over the next 7 days do start to improve. Friday, Saturday morning, you're still going to have to remember the 4 Ps, still looking at a hard freeze, but a little bit better compared to those teens that were back in the 40s for those morning lows starting Sunday and heading into next week as well. Futurecast, like I mentioned, going to show those temperatures in the mid and upper teens there in our central parishes, lower teens across our southern parishes, and then a little bit warmer there, excuse me, across our northern parishes. And then tomorrow afternoon, temperatures from the upper 40s and low 50s across the board. So overall looking a little bit nicer. Friday morning, by mid-morning, we're already above freezing for pretty much all of the region. So again, those temperatures are going to gradually warm up. And then by the time we get to Sunday, we're looking at 60-degree temperatures once again for those highs. Cold weather advisories are in effect through 10 a.m. tomorrow for Catahoula, Concordia Parish. And then the rest of our central and southern parishes, you will be under that cold weather advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The 4 Ps overnight tonight and really through the rest of this week are going to be important. People, pets, plants need to be indoors, and you need to be dripping your pipes overnight. Also, don't forget to open up those cabinets underneath your sink to allow more heat from your home to kind of help those pipes stay warm. We do have a series of disturbances that are going to be arriving here over the next week. We'll see rain chances really increase on both Sunday and Wednesday. Not seeing any strong signals for severe weather at this time, which is good news, but we are going to be monitoring this as we go through the next few days. Again, extended futurecast showing that rain rolling on in on Sunday. It moves out by Monday, and then by the time we get to Wednesday, we've got more rain rolling in as we head towards the latter part of the day. We could see anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain here within the next 7 days. If you want to get the first alert to those details, make sure you have our free First Alert weather app downloaded on your device. It's a free download for both iPhone and Android. So you've got our hour-by-hour forecast, our 10-day forecast, and the interactive radar as well. Your First Alert 7-day forecast here. Again, as we go into Friday, showing upper 40s, we keep those rain chances pretty high there for Sunday and Wednesday. Temperatures there staying in the 60s and even close to 70 by Wednesday. Tomorrow, we've got sunny skies and temperatures near 50.
Yeah, looking forward to those 60s again. Thank you, Jake. Well, the